I did a question tag on my Instagram a while back where I asked people to tell me one of their biggest struggle with content creation. And one of the recurring responses that I got was not having the right gadgets to begin content creation, or not having the right phone to create content on your phone, or generally how to even start as a content creator. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you how to start small as a content creator. That is, how to start with what you have as a content creator. So if this is something you want to watch, let's go. So how do you start small as a content creator? What are the things that you need to know? What are the things that you need to have to begin your content creation journey? So first, you need to just start your content creation process. I know people say it a lot, it even feels like a cliche at this point, but if you never start to create content, you will never be known as a content creator. So you need to start that content creation process. So secondly, you want to ask yourself, what are the things that you want to talk about as a content creator? What are the things that interest you enough, that makes you believe that you can pick up a phone, tell people about something, and they would be interested to hear what you have to say? Now at this point, I'm not going to say that you need to pick a niche, because I mean, this is one of the things that I think that I've even struggled with myself as a content creator. So I wouldn't tell you to pick a niche, but I would ask you to, just write out the things that interest you as a creator. What are the things that you want to talk about? And then you can begin to weigh them. Can I talk about this more than the other? Do I have more knowledge on this? Do I have more knowledge to share on this particular thing than this particular niche? So from there you can begin to narrow down your options. Or better still, just go ahead to create videos on the number of interests that you have, and from there you're able to see, okay, these are the things that I can talk about better than the other. But one thing that you want to note here is that you don't want to have like 7, 8 things that you're talking about. You want to narrow down the things that you're talking about, so that people are not, thrown off or confused every time they come to watch your video. So the third one, and the most important part of this video, at least that's what I consider the most important part of this video, is you want to start creating content with what you have. Again, I know, but calm down. So first off, you want to ask yourself, what are the possible things that I would be needed to create content? Off the top of my head, I can think about having a phone that has a good camera, or even a camera, having a microphone, having a good light, having a tripod. I don't know if I'm missing anything now. Please do let me know in the comment section. So now you want to ask yourself, I don't have all of these things. What are the alternatives? How can I still create content using what I have, despite the fact that I don't have any of these things? So let's talk about phone. For phone, I would like to mention 2 things. So one, I would say possibly you can try to get somebody that you can borrow their phones, that people that can give you their phones for 1 hour, 2 hours, or 30 minutes, right? Just find someone that could possibly give you their phone. For someone like me, when I started YouTube, one of the things that I did was I borrowed my sister's phone. I borrowed literally all my siblings' phone at the time, right? And they would give me their phone for like 1 hour, 2 hours, 30 minutes, and I always try to maximize it at the time. But maybe you don't have a phone to borrow. I would like to say at this point that maybe you should just go ahead to create your video using the phone that you have. I know it sounds horrible. I know that you want to put out very great videos. You want to put out videos that are very high quality, right? You want to put them out. But at the same time, if you don't have an option, you don't want to just sit on the ideas that you have and say, okay, I'm going to wait till I have a good phone till I create. And I like to believe that what this does is when you create, videos, when you create content with what you have, it tells a story of doggedness. It lets people know that you are really interested in this content creation, right? That is not something that is just an hobby for you. That is not because you have a good phone, because many people create content because they have good phones. Many people create content because they have camera. But when you create content, regardless of, the quality of your camera, people can tell that this is a story of doggedness. There are many creators that shared their journey, that when they began content creation, their camera quality wasn't the best. Many people have even used black and white to cover the quality of their camera. So that's for, using what you have when it comes to your phone. So one of the things that you want to do for your microphone, if you don't have a microphone, this time I wouldn't even say borrow. You want to find a time of the day, find a time in the day where you think, oh, everywhere is going to be silent, and then go ahead to create your video. that's like the best possible option that I can prefer. Or close your windows and all of that. That's if you don't need natural light, which is going to take me to like using what you have, the third point on using what you have. That's for light. So if you don't have if you don't have lights, what is the other possible option that you can use? I'm sure that you have heard this a number of times, but I'm going to reinforce it. You can use natural sunlight. I have a number of videos that I've done using natural sunlight. I'll attach one just right up here. So sunlight is a great alternative to light. If you don't have great light, you can use sunlight. So which is going to take me to the final one, tripod. So if you don't have a tripod, what are the possible options that you can use instead of a tripod? First, you can use book stacks. You can stack books upon each other and then put your phone on it to create, or you can put your phone on your table to create videos, or you can even use your window side. I use my window side a lot until like I moved houses. That was when I stopped using my window light, because my new window is not as flat. I don't know how to explain it. It's just not like the way my former window was. So you want to use your window side. You want to stack books. You want to use a table, or you want to place your phone at a point that you know that okay, it is going to stand just right. So those are possible options for gadgets if you don't currently have the gadgets that you need to create. So number 3 point on how to start small, or how to even start as a creator, is that you want to watch other creators. I like to call this do your research, right? Watch other creators, watch the innuendos that they use, watch how they speak. I'm not saying you should copy them like word for word or copy their mannerism. I just try to create your content around them. But I like to believe that when you watch more creators, you're even able to know the things that naturally interest you. You're able to also know the things that you would rather not make videos about. Do you get? Not doing your research and not watching other creators is almost as though you want to start a project and you're not doing your research. You're not trying to make your findings. So yeah, watch other creators and pick the things that you can learn from them. So number 4 on how to start small as a creator. You want to learn basic editing skills, whether picture editing or video editing, right? For pictures, I know that a number of creators use Lightroom. A number of creators also edit their pictures even from their iPhone app. But again, we're talking about in case you don't have an iPhone, you can use airbrush. And then for your videos, the number of apps that you can use, you can learn video editing with InShot. You can learn video editing with CapCut. These are like pretty easy editing tools that you can use. So again, let me reemphasize that you just want to ensure that you learn basic editing skills, whether photo editing skills or video editing skills. So number 5 point would be to show up. At this point, again, that's a cliche point, but what you can do to convince people to take you seriously if you don't have a great phone, if you don't have very aesthetically pleasing stuff, is when you show up consistently. There's something that happens when you show up consistently. You're able to impress yourself on the arts of people. I can, like right now as I'm speaking to you, I'm thinking about a number of creators that I know on Instagram that don't necessarily have the best of phones, that maybe don't even necessarily take the best of pictures. But at the same time, when I think about doggedness, when I think about consistency, they come to my mind, right? So if you know that, okay, you cannot show up in the grandest of ways as some people can show up, you want to make up for that by showing up consistently, right? And I'm not saying showing up consistently has to be, oh, you have to show up every day of the year. No, you just have to pick what does consistency mean to you and then show up in that way. Finally, which is the 6th point, I'm going to say that don't put undue pressure on yourself and don't compare yourself, your journey, your videos, your content with other content creators, because you want to remind yourself that these people, they've had a number of years to buy the gadgets that they need. Even if they've not had a number of years, they have the gadgets. You don't. So you don't need to compare your content with their content. If you think that their content looks bam, just give yourself some time. You would be able to get, that gadget one way or the other going on in the future. But at the moment, you want to start with what you have. Now, if you think that this video has been very helpful to you, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know some of the struggles that you have faced as a content creator. And if you have any other videos that you would like me to, make in the future, as regards content creation, please do let me know in the comment section. Again, like this video, share with your friends if you found it helpful, and drop your comments in the comments video. All right, see you on my next upload. Bye.